get a 10 on the floor because if a 6 man, 6. Oh, big shot for you. See, oh, about 7 of the place where they're tucking the ball, yeah. And then, no. Alright guys, let's get into today. So, welcome, and welcome. We are now going to be talking about candlestick patterns. So, in the previous video, we did a brief cover and we looked at candlesticks, the open, the body, and the close, including the 2 wicks. Now we're going to be looking at candlestick patterns. So candlestick patterns include multiple candlesticks all in one. So these multiple candlesticks joined together make up a candlestick pattern. Now I'm going to be going over just a few basic candlestick patterns that we see occur over and over again, and I'm also going to be going through just some of the candlesticks that are important in trading. So let's dive into the charts and let's get straight into it. We don't want to waste no time, because you know time is money and money is time. Charts as we are here now. I'm just going to be getting my tool and I'm going to be drawing a few candlesticks for you guys right here. So let's do it like this. Yep. And then we can do it like this. Yep. You see, you got to make sure that you're in it to win it. So this first candlestick pattern that I've got on the charts is called a bullish engulfment. Now this is a bullish engulfment because we have a bearish candlestick with the open, the body, and then the close. And then we have a bullish candlestick opening at the bottom over here and fully overtaking the previous candlestick and closing as a bull candle. Now, this is an engulfment because it fully overtook the length of the bearish candle. So if this was to look something like this, it wouldn't be classed as an engulfment. If it was to look something like this, again, I wouldn't really class that as an engulfment myself. I like to see pretty much like a decent size of the previous candlestick, you know, overtaken. You can get even more detailed with it, and you know, you get your measuring tool and measure this candlestick. So we can measure this and we can see, okay, this is 277. So we can divide 277 by 2 and then work out 50% of the candlestick and then say, okay, the next candle needs to be 50% increase of the previous candle. So you can be more detailed with it, as you guys can see, but me personally, I just like to keep it simple, and I just want to see a nice clear overtake of the previous candle. Now, as we've got the bullish engulfment, which I'm going to write here, you can also have it on the flip side and you can get a bearish engulfment, which is when we have a bull candle like this, and then we actually get a bearish candle that fully overtakes the bull candle, and this will be classed as a bearish engulfment. So anything you see on the bullish side, you see on the bearish side. You guys need to bear that in mind. So this is a bearish engulfment. So yeah, engulfment needs to fully overtake the previous candle for it to be classed as an engulfment. Now again, make sure you guys do know that these small overtakes, I don't really class. I like to see a decent size of that previous candle overtaken in itself for you guys to understand. Okay, now moving on to the next candlestick pattern, we are going to be looking at let me get it drawn for you guys first. We're going to be looking at the morning star. So this is what a morning star looks like. So just like this, and then this will be a bull candle. From here on out, just letting you guys know, I'm only going to be doing one variation of the candlestick. Like I said, one variation of the candlestick pattern. Like I said, anything you see on the bearish side, you can see on the bullish side. Anything you see on the bullish side, you can see on the bearish side. So you just need to use your own common sense and understand that you can flip it. So this is a morning star. So the flipped version of a morning star is an evening star. So look at morning star right here. So we have a bear candle going down, a doji, this is very, very important, and then a bull candle going up, either equaling that bear candle or again overtaking. If you see something like this, again, you wouldn't really class that as a morning star, pretty much because we have a weak bullish candle. We need to see that bullish candle with a lot of strength, a lot of buying pressure. That's what we need to see it as. Otherwise, you can't really class it as a morning star. So that is the morning star candlestick pattern. Bearish candle, doji, which is an indecision candle, and then a bull candle. An evening star is this, but in reverse. So bullish candle, doji at the top, and then bearish candle. Moving on to the next candlestick. This is not a pattern, this is just a candlestick in itself. And I want to cover this because it is an important candlestick, and it is the doji. Now, the doji is an indecision candle. This means that neither buyers or sellers are in control, and the markets are pretty much at an halt. So buyers and sellers are pretty much equally have the same amount of strength. So the markets are not going to move in one direction. We're going to create an indecision candle with 2 wicks on both sides of the body, and then a small body showing that price barely moved. So it can open here, try go down, no, try go up, no, and closes right near where it opened. That's doji, indecision candle. That is a very important candlestick and needs to be studied. Now, the next candlestick we're going to be looking at is the pin hammer. This candlestick looks like this. This is a pin hammer. This is a bull pin hammer. Now, a bull pin hammer has a wick going to the downside, and then price continues to push up. So this wick indicates and shows us that sellers tried to push the price down, but they weren't strong enough, and buyers took over in strength, fully pushing price all the way up to this level for it to be classed as a bull pin hammer. Now, again, like I said before, anything you see on the bullish side, you can also see on the bearish side. So this bull pin hammer can easily also be a bear pin hammer, which is the opposite, as you guys can see that. And then we've got a bearish pin hammer right there. So yeah, so far we've covered 4. Again, we've got 2 examples for this one: bullish engulfment or bearish engulfment. We've got a morning star or an evening star. We've got a doji, which is an indecision candle, and then we've got a bull pin hammer, which shows that sellers tried and were in control at the start, but then buyers took over and the buying strength was just way stronger than the selling strength at that point in time, which turned price and that candlestick into a bull pin hammer. And then we've got that in the reverse, which is a bearish pin hammer. Now, what I want you guys to do for your homework is I want you guys to first study these candlestick patterns so you can draw them out and make sure that you visually understand what you're looking at, and just go through the charts yourself and try and identify these patterns. So right here, right now, I'm going to go in GBP USD and I'm going to scroll through price. I'm going to go on the 1 hour time frame, and I'm just going to see where I can identify these patterns, you know. So I'm going to start from here. I can see price moving up, up, up. We have this bull candle, and then boom, a huge bearish candle, fully overtaking. And again, like I said, if you guys want to get more detailed and refined with it, you can use your measuring tool and measure this body. Okay, what's this body saying? This body is about 22 pips. So what's half of 22? Half of 22 is 11. So we can say, okay, that bearish candle needs to be 11 pips further than the bullish candle. So 11 pips is about there, and we've fully overtaken that 11 pips, and it needs to be 50% more, if you guys understand what I'm saying. So we've got 22 pips. Instead of the bearish candle being 22 pips, we need it to be 33 pips. But as you can see, that bearish engulfment was actually around 63 pips, with this number being right there. So that's an example of a bearish engulfment. Got another example of a bearish engulfment right there, and just keep moving along price and seeing where you guys can identify these patterns, you know. Bearish pin hammer right there, this one over here. Keep moving along price to see where these patterns occur. Okay, I can see a bullish engulfment over here. Yep, very nice. Keep moving along price. Keep moving along price. I can see a doji right here. It's a nice doji, followed by multiple other indecision candles after that. Keep moving along price. Ooh, I see a nice bull pin hammer right here. So you guys get the gist. I want you guys to do that for your homework. Reason being is because doing this will help you train your eyes to understand what you are seeing and actually spot these candlestick patterns more often when you are trading. So yeah, that's candlestick patterns. I want you guys to do your own study, your own homework. You can even research more candlestick patterns because there are more out there. There's tweezer tops, there's tweezer bottoms. You know, we have multiple candlestick patterns, but just with the few that I gave you guys, which are the basic ones, the simple ones, go through price and see where you guys can actually identify them.